Okay.
So we are here with one of our subscribers to the most basic plan at Intuitive Code. The name of the plan is Bot Zero. I'm going to start with a simple question to this subscriber. Your name?
Paul Colford.
Okay, Paul, what is the subscription plan?
Bot Zero.
Bot Zero. Bot Zero, for those that they are listening to us, is the most basic plan from Intuitive Code, which is available at Autonomous Trading. Okay, Paul, tell us a bit about your experience in the markets before subscribing to this service.
Well, I've probably 8 years of probably been lost. I filled my head with so much information that everything was running in conflict to each other. And then, just like you said, a picture paints 1,000 words, so your charts made it easy to see the pivots, and well, then I could then become a little bit more confident to pull the trigger, you know.
All right. I shall say also that Paul comes from Scotland. I'm going for the next question, and also I'm going to ask Paul, because this is a rather important interview focused on small investors. You'll find more interviews with small investors on social media, on YouTube, on Twitter and so on Facebook in our channel. And Paul started with a very small account. So how much did you start when you subscribed to the service?
$8,000.
Paul started with $8,000, and you are going to see that Paul, what he did, or what he has done so far, it is by far better than what you have done in your career as an investor in the markets, and more important also, many professionals in the industry. What was before you subscribed to the service, what as an outcome, what was the normal outcome that you were used to see? For example, following the investment advice of other companies or whatever you saw on the web, what were you used to see or to get by following the opinion of others?
Well, it's very complicated because there's so many conflicting information there that it becomes really difficult to discern what's proper and what's not really, you know. So a lot of confusion.
All right, so when you saw that mess, you decided not to follow the advice of anyone else. That's what you are saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So with the $8,000 as of today, what is your current income?
About 19,600, so yeah.
19,000?
Yeah.
19,600? Well, this is an amazing result, my friends. This is an amazing percentage for someone without very few or little experience in the markets. With a very small account, $8,000. And how long did it take to you to get to this figure?
Well, that's probably been since just about February. I signed up to Bot Zero. So what's that, February, March, April, May, June, July, probably 4 months.
All right, in 4 months, this customer, Paul, he went from $8,000 to 19,600, correct? 18,600,
yeah,
correct? Okay. I'm going to the next question. And again, I'm going to repeat this because this is important. You find the experience of Paul, you find plenty of more interviews with small investors with the same level of results, okay? What percentage of the service that you are a subscriber to would you say that you use to obtain your current income?
Wow, well, this is the thing. I mean, I messed up on quite a few trades, so truthfully, I think I would have to say that I utilised about 33.33% of the service.
All right, this is very important. Why did I make this question? Because most of our subscribers, they work full time, they do other things other than to trade or invest in the markets, and therefore I can tell you by experience, although we have many that they are professional investors and they don't do anything else, they don't use the service 100%, okay? So they use the service 50% for personal reasons, whatever. For example, I have subscribers that they spend most of the time on holidays, okay? So this Paul has just told you that he used around 33%, he calculated it, 33% of the service to go from $8,000 to $18,600 within the past 4 months. And this is very important because if he has used the service 100%, or if you were a subscriber to an advanced level, you would by far get a better return on investment. And by the way, before I continue, because I have here a list of questions, other thing that Paul asked us, and this was I think 1 month ago, he asked us to upgrade his account, okay? And probably the answer that he obtained, it was not what he expected from us. We didn't upgrade his account, okay? So why didn't upgrade his account? And by the way, I'm responding to the customer in real time for the first time because I didn't have the opportunity to explain this to him before. Because the company, it is not focused on sales, okay? So we have an algorithm, and this particular customer receives feedback from us based on the questions that the algorithm makes, and then he replies, and the algorithm collects this information, okay? So when the customer wishes to upgrade, in this particular case, the algorithm, the output or the feedback was that the customer should not upgrade yet, okay? So we didn't give him an offer to upgrade because we consider that he had to, evolve, or what he has been doing, he has been doing it right, and therefore there is no reason to upgrade, okay? So this is very important because it also demonstrates the approach of the company that I've been talking for, the past decades before subscribers. We are interested that people take this seriously, they are committed, and for us it is the most important rather than to sell, okay? So this is for us the most important if you ever consider to subscribe to this service. Okay, I'm going to make here some more questions, but some of them might not fit Paul because he's not a subscriber to one of our artificial intelligence plans, but he saw many of the trade alerts in the channel that he subscribes to or in the plan, and therefore I believe that he might be able to answer to some of these questions. Has the algorithm ever issued a trade signal resulting into an important loss? No. In other words, have we ever recommended something or a stock or an enterprise or that resulted into a very important loss? The answer is no. This is very important because if you go through all the reviews that we have, and there are many in my public track record for the past 30 years, all of them, they say the same, okay? The next question, do you confirm or not the algorithm has issued 100% accurate trade alerts during your subscription?
Yes.
Yes, so you have seen or you confirm the existence or the proof of 100% that I've been referring here for a long period of time. Yes, thank you.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
You have seen it with your own eyes. So the algorithm in the end helped you to stop losing money in the markets.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, and this is again very important because, again, if you refer to the documentation published by the US government, and again this is something that most people they are not acquainted or aware of, most people, more than 90%, they lose money in the markets in long term, they vanish, and their return on investment is very poor, or their performance, and it's just a matter of time. Okay, so this is something that you have to refer, and again, to contact the US government, because they have that information if you don't believe what I'm saying. Because I know, I've been there, like Paul. What Paul did, I did myself, more than 30 years ago. Okay, so what Paul has done, I did myself. Okay, and I did myself several times throughout the years, and I published those results, the trading statements, and you have them, in fact, on several of the blogs of the company. Well, other question is, well, I'm not going to, I have here a question, but it's about the new platform, which you don't have access to. But nevertheless, the question was how easy it is to use the platform, okay? Since you don't have access to the platform, I'm referring to the artificial intelligence platform, at least you can, explain to them, to potential candidates or people that they are interested in, how easy it is to, about the information that you get in the service, how easy it is to use it, okay? What do you have to do, You install that in your particular case, in Paul's case, he installs an app, is Slack, he has access to a channel, is a private channel, and he finds that information, but also he has access to videos and all that matter, okay? So how easy it was for you to find the information, to figure out what to do?
Well, it's quite simple really, because with the Bot Zero obviously being a very basic plan, concentrated on one stock with one stock chart that doesn't change that often. So I can see this coming in advance, even in the volatility at the beginning of the year. That chart, your pivots only drew the market like a magnet, and then it was quite easy just to keep a what's the word I'm looking for? Just keep a decorum and keep a balance and just watch what was happening.
All right. About the support team, what is your opinion about the support team? How they have helped you, and how fast is their response to your queries?
No, very, very, very happy. I'm actually delighted, and I really feel, I hope that I'm at the start of something absolutely incredible, and it's an amazing opportunity,
Yeah, well, you are dealing with some of the best people in the world in the field, and I can tell you that they helped you because you also deserve it. Because like I said, the algorithm identifies those subscribers that they are committed, okay? And although in your level you have not access to premium support, people here, they helped Paul to, to go through. So providing feedback based precisely on those questions that he responded to the algorithm, okay? This is very important because we reward people that they have the right attitude. Okay, so those that they are, it's just not just important to subscribe to the service, my friends. It's important then to demonstrate that you are willing to do your best, to do it. Okay, so it's not just I want to, I have to do it. All right, this is very important, and when you do it, or when you show that willingness, people are always here to help you, okay? For example, today it is Sunday, I'm working, and we have other customers to attend, and we are always available in the app. All right, so I'm not going to ask you how compares to previous experience with competitors because you already answered. The next question would be, would you recommend us to a friend?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you very much. And the final question will be if there is or are there any other relevant matters that you would like to mention here?
No, I just hope I can continue doing what I was doing because I was focused on Netflix last week, because I was focused on Tesla last week. I wasn't there for the pivots of Netflix and Nvidia, so I hope I can find myself.
I understand, but don't refer to name of stocks in the interview because I don't want you to, okay? So this is private, how the customer got to those results, how we did 150%, 200%. It is confidential because it's a subscriber to the service. If those they are interested in, they can subscribe, okay? But I can tell you that today, for example, since he named one of the companies that we refer here often, demonstrate 100% accuracy, the case of Tesla, it is a company or a stock where everyone else fails. Well, Paul made a remarkable job, okay? So congratulations to Paul, to follow my also, personal guidance in Tesla, although he's not a subscriber to the Tesla Investors Club, but like I said before, you didn't have to be. You just have to use your brains, and you had to use the information that it was made available to you in that private channel on Slack, okay? And with this I terminate by appreciating your work, your feedback and the time for this interview.